At center, a 5'9" sophomore from Honolulu, floor captain number 7, Taylor Higgins. At opposite, a 6'3" sophomore from Honolulu, number 8, Nikki Taylor. At middle blocker, a 6'1" junior from Shoreline, Washington, number 9, Olivia McGill. At outside hitter, a 6' junior from Hilo, Hawaii, number 10, Tai Manu-Oleva. At outside hitter, a 6'2" freshman from Riverside, California, number 11, Kalei. At libero, a 5'5" senior from Santa Barbara, California, number 14, Sarah Mendoza. And at middle hitter, a 6'1" senior from Ho'olehua, Molokai, number 18, Kalei Adolpho. Staff monitor assistant James Ka, assistant coach Robin Amos Santos, associate coach Scott Wong, head coach for your Rainbow Wahine, Dave Shoji.
You're watching OC Sports.
His 40th season, Hawaii head coach Dave Shoji and the 25th ranked Rainbow Wahine, winners of 4 straight, are on the hunt for an at-large bid to the postseason. It is senior night, and with that, a symbolic and emotional send-off to Maui girl Ginger Long and the 2 Rainbow Wahine seniors, Sarah Mendoza and Molokai's Kalei Adolpho. Up next, the Aggies of UC Davis and the Hawaii Rainbow Wahine close out the 2014 regular season Big West schedule. Welcome to the Stan Sheriff Center, where it is senior night for the Rainbow Wahine playing host to the Aggies of UC Davis. The Hawaiian Tel FCU starting lineup scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Aggies coming in 15-13 overall, 10-5 in the Big West Conference, entered the week in 3rd place of the league. Hawaii, after last night's 4-set win over UC Riverside, 20-6 overall, 12-3, and in 2nd place of the Big West Conference. And a look at Kalei Adolpho, who will start on the sideline here tonight. One of the seniors who will be honored at match's end. Davis serves it into play to start this one, and it is Nikki Taylor from behind the 3-meter line. Aggies go middle set to Katie Quinn. That's kept alive by Hawaii, and the set goes outside to Tai Manu-Oleva, and a positive start on senior night for the Lady Bows.
I like the fact that Taylor Higgins went behind her, set a back row set to Nikki Taylor, sort of set the tone that she's willing to be a little unconventional tonight, not just go left, left, left.
Taylor Higgins, 3 service aces in last night's win over the Highlanders. The pitter-patter at the net, and it is sent over Hawaii's side. They'll have a chance. It's McGill on the middle attack, and she pulled the string.
She is so good at doing that when the set is not just right. She gets up so high, the set was a little low, but she keeps the ball in play, hence her high hitting percentage.
Hit .471, 8 kills, 17 attempts last night versus Riverside, and that time Taylor Higgins testing the limits of the Stan Sheriff Center playing floor.
Did she touch them all?
She should round the bases, yes. Back to serve now for the Aggies, Katie Quinn. The pass by Mendoza. Quick middle set. McGill is roofed. That one a little low, perhaps. But getting up there, Valerie Brain and Ima Eche. Now, this is a UC Davis team, like last night's Riverside squad, that has had to mix and match because of injuries throughout the season. Here's Taylor from the outside position. A hot hit, but Squires kept it alive. And from the back row, Connors sends it over. Middle set, McGill blocked. Kalei Greeley on the spot there. Now McGill in the middle. Again, goes soft touch with it, and it works out again.
What's going to happen now is the back row defense is going to get sucked up toward the net. They don't want to have that tip drop again. Then McGill will start hitting it deep.
So now Ty Mano'olevao tops in the Big West Conference in aces per set. Right on cue, Chris finds the deep corner.
We said watch out for a serve-a-thon tonight. There's one example right there. 34 aces on the year. That was her 35th, I believe.
The crowd quiets as she gets ready to get into another one. Good pass by Squires, and it'll be Squires on the outside. Blocked in roof. McGill and Taylor putting up the wall.
Hawaii could not ask for a better matchup than having Nikki Taylor up front to block Squires, who hits 1 out of every 3 balls. Taylor right there to take away her line shot.
Nikki Taylor has turned into quite the blocker at the net. She's the reigning Big West Conference Defensive Player of the Week. Mano'olevao sends it into the net. Taylor, who had that triple-double, first ever Rainbow Wahine to record a triple-double in the rally scoring era. 10 kills, 10 digs, 11 blocks versus Cal Poly.
2 of those were defensive stats, the digs and the blocks. Pretty amazing to get double figures in both.
So Sophia Marr comes on, 5'6" sophomore out of Oakland, transfer from UConn. Middle set, McGill again had to just soft touch it over. Squires that time sniffed it out. And from the back row, it is Wagner getting turned back. Nikki Taylor again.
What happened there is that McGill kept the ball in play, very patient by keeping the ball in play. Even though Davis picked it up, that play allowed Hawaii's block to get going.
Hawaii already off to a more positive start than last night's match versus Riverside as Sarah Mendoza deals an ace. Now this is a Davis team, Chris. Tops in the Big West Conference as a team in aces per set. So far, the Rainbow Wahine have been putting on the service show.
A little surprised. It's usually the other way around.
Mendoza with the low serve. Pass by Squires. Set goes high and away. This is Kendall Walbrecht. Off the touch, kept alive by Higgins. So Mendoza bump sets Taylor. Hard angle, just missed wide.
It's a difficult shot. She's about the 8 or 9 foot line, trying to hit a sharp cross court shot. Her best selection there might have been to hit deep, any of the deep corners.
So now Squires back to serve, leads the team with 37 aces. Sends it to Greeley, who handles the pass. Middle set, Kalei Adolpho, and Kalei goes kaboom to get this thing going.
And the neon shirts are out in force tonight. Those are all, everywhere you see neon, those are Kalei supporters, family members, friends.
But an all-around fan favorite in this program, no doubt about that. Here's Squires from the back row, missed the court wide. That's a point for Hawaii. They are off and running here in set number 1. And already a timeout signaled by first-year head coach for UC Davis, Dan Connors. Hawaii by a handful. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match. Chris.
Well, for Davis, they're limping to the finish. They've had several injuries this year, but Dan Connors has done a marvelous job of getting the right players in, and everybody sort of pulled the more load. And for Hawaii, show appreciation for the seniors. That's exactly what they're doing.
Nikki Taylor serving out of the timeout, grazed the net. The set goes back row to Squires. Right there is Mano'olevao. Higgins, she goes back row to Taylor, and that one is roofed. Allie Wagner got the gist of that. She was right next to Iche. And Allie Wagner, 5'9" sophomore from Sacramento, California, able to get the better of that exchange.
Did not play last week against CSUN and Long Beach. Is fresher tonight, to say the least.
Kendall Frizzoli with the serve. Pass Mano'olevao. Here's Kalei Greeley. Tried to send it down the line. Good scramble by the Aggies. And a free ball to Hawaii's side. Higgins goes high and away. Greeley, bigger swing off the block. Right there was Mano'olevao. Greeley a second time. Over the block and long. Was there a touch? Dave Shoji wants one. He's up off the bench to ask for it, but to no avail.
He wants head referee Erica Sami or the lines person to call a touch. Let's see if we can pick up a touch right here on this. Good, smart shot there. Too hard to tell there.
Erica Sami up on top of the ladder. Denise Hansen downstairs. Kevin Chandin Tamura, the line judges tonight. Right side, this is Walbrecht. Great dig by Taylor. Higgins to Volleyball from behind the 10-foot line, and she's able to hammer it home. Hawaii first to double digits in the first. UC Davis, Chris, hitting -300, 0 kills so far in this match on 10 attempts.
Very unusual to go 10 attempts and not get a kill.
Served by Greeley. Middle set, and that's Quinn able to work the block.
Katie Quinn is the one who played well last weekend, one of the few players who really ramp it up. Hit 406 against Long Beach and Seaside.
She's certainly their most imposing player in the middle, 9th in the Big West Conference in kill percentage. She's also tops on the team and 4th in the league in blocks per set.
All Big West last year, too, honorable mention.
Served now by Erica Connors. Taylor from behind the 3-meter. Connors will make that Frizzoli sliding and coming up with the dig. But a little miscommunication on the 3rd touch, so Hawaii with the advantage, and Kalei Adolpho with another bomb from the middle.
Dan Connors, the UC coach, UC Davis coach, said before the match, he said, we have got to worry about Hawaii's middles. They are so efficient, so effective, tough to block, tough to defend.
He says they set them as often as they possibly can. He says, and that's probably a good idea. Claire Marie Anderson with the serve for Hawaii. Got her first career ace last night versus Riverside. Unfortunately, a service error on that appearance.
She had a nice 5-point run last night as well. Daughter of former national team player and Pepperdine star, Jay Anderson.
Running up and serving is Wagner. Good pass, Manole Vau. Diving save, though, on the 2nd touch by Higgins. So the set goes high and away. This is Squires. And there was a touch at the net, according to the line judge. And that's a point for UC Davis. Dave Shoji, he wanted a touch when it was Hawaii's hit. Didn't like the touch call on that Squires attempt.
Dave Shoji fired up tonight. Getting after it. I guess the touch was right there on left hand of Higgins.
He might have a beef. Really on the pass. Set high and away. Manole Vau. That one did get above the net, but it'll be a roof. As Valerie Brain, 5'11" senior, getting up there and getting most of that one.
And UC Davis has crept right back into this first set.
Good start for Hawaii. They had it at 9-4. Now it is 10 serving 11. 3-0 run here for Davis. Stiff pass by Mendoza. Middle set, McGill. High hands, kept alive by Brain. Bump set, and not a real true opportunity, so Hawaii in transition. Manole Vau down the line and in. That's her 3rd kill.
What a beautiful set from Tanner Higgins. Right on the money, very precise, right on the line where Manole Vau could go cross court or line. She chooses the line. Good selection.
3 kills for Manole Vau on 4 attempts, but as well as Hawaii served to start this first set, they've now gone through a couple of service errors consecutively as Higgins sends it into the net.
Higgins with their 2nd service error. Team's got 3.
There's Quinn with the serve for Davis. Middle set. McGill finding the middle of the floor again. Well, I tell you, when you get up that high, you can see just about every hole on the other side of the net.
Plus, she's long and rangy and with the high volleyball IQ. She knows where the open spots are on the court. Had she tipped short just then, it would have been picked up. That's where they're defending her right now.
Savannah Kahakai on to serve for the Rainbow Wahine. 13 serving 11. Set right side, the swing by Brain, dug up nicely by Kahakai. Right side set Taylor. The block was up late, and Taylor took advantage. She has really started to blossom as this season has gone on, Chris. She was expected to be the Terminator going into the season. The elbow injury kept her out for a couple of weeks, but she has become, I think, the player that a lot of people envisioned here in recent weeks.
She really has. She's especially picked up on her defense. Her back row defense has been phenomenal. Her blocking at the net, 11 blocks last weekend. Are you kidding me? Most teams would just love to have 11 blocks by themselves as a team.
Maeche with that last kill for Davis. 2-hand pass on the serve by Kahakai. It's Taylor going cross court. Aggies now in transition. The back row set to Allie Wagner, and a nifty job of getting that one down past a triple block attempt by Hawaii.
Wagner at 5'9", being set out of the back row, takes a nice swing on it, beats 3 Hawaii blockers.
So 13 serving, 14 to serve by Sophia Mar. Kahakai on the knees making the pass. And Taylor, this time the cross-court angle works.
I'll tell you what made that play happen is that on that pass, Olivia McGill went hard in the middle, held the middle blocker for Davis, which gave Nikki Taylor the split block, and Nikki just ripped it in the seam and to the floor.
Sarah Mendoza, another senior being honored here tonight with the serve. Good dig there by Kahakai. Here's Taylor winding up, took something off. Diving save attempt though. Nice job there by Squires. And from the back row, it's sent over by Wagner. Chance for Hawaii. It is Greeley on the outside, saved by Wagner. Right side set now goes to Squires, and Squires, she's tough. She's #1 in Big West volleyball in kills and kills per set.
I'm going to say something. Davis has had 3,600 sets this year. She's got 1,200 of them. She gets set a lot.
With a scramble on Hawaii's side, but Taylor, decent hit on it. Good save there by Frizzoli. Squires from the back row. Nice touch by Mendoza. Here's Taylor again. A little hotter that time. Frizzoli again able to pick it up. But she'll have to two-hand it over. Free chance for Hawaii. Higgins will go middle to Adolpho. And Adolpho continues to pulverize the sets coming her way.
She is on fire. I say, Higgins, keep setting her till she gets tired, till her arm falls off, because she is hot right now.
Just 2 kills on 12 attempts. She flatlined percentage-wise versus Riverside last night, but Adolpho on fire to start here tonight. Aichi able to work it past the proposed block, though, of Adolpho that time. And it's another point for Davis. And Davis keeping very tight here in this first set, Chris.
Ima Aichi takes good swings out of the middle. Good solid blocker as well. I'm impressed with their play so far.
Frizzoli with the serve. Pass Kahakai. Here's Greeley. Dug up by Frizzoli. Chased down on the second touch by Mar. And it is sent over. Higgins to Greeley. Winding up, uncoiling, and unleashing. Hawaii now up 2.
But Greeley just challenged that down the line block right there. A big blocker down the line. Kendall Waldrop at 6'3" that Greeley was looking at. Greeley just challenged it down the line.
Kalei Greeley, the reigning Big West Conference Freshman of the Week for the 3rd time this season. And Davis has to scramble after that serve. So again, the advantage Hawaii. It's Adolpho on the Molokai slide, but a good touch at the net. The swing from Wagner, and she puts it down.
Wagner is reminiscent of the small outside attackers from UC Riverside last night. They had their way with Hawaii's block an awful lot of the night until Hawaii figured them out. I'd say midway through the second set or the third set, they started finally blocking them. But the small attackers on the outside are playing well against Hawaii.
Erica Connors at the serve. Mano Levau comes flying in. Nice play off the ricochet by Wagner from the back row at Squires, but she misses the court wide. Point for Hawaii. They're back up 2. Squires with 2 kills entered this match 15 kills away from being placed in the top 5 on the career kills list at UC Davis. She's only a junior, so she'll be climbing the charts.
Some people are claiming that she'll be in the running for Player of the Year candidate.
Olivia McGill, she could be in the running at some point in her career. Putting up the block there.
Boy, McGill just so solid, such good technique, reaches over, reaches high.
It is 19-16 Hawaii. Timeout. Welcome back. Series record sponsored by Aston Hotels and Resorts. Hawaii leading the all-time series 3-1. The only win for the Aggies. The upset last year that went 5. But the last meeting that took place earlier this season, Hawaii winning in 3.
I think as Hawaii looked back on last year's loss, they were in a tri-championship, and that win, if they'd won against Davis, not been upset, the championship would have been all of their own.
Anderson coming on the serve again, sends it into the net. Some of those service errors have kept the Aggies within reach here in this opening set. UC Davis hitting .080 so far in this match. Hawaii at 206. And it's Wagner on the serve. She sends it long. So A gift for a gift here during the holiday season.
But Wagner just rips that, doesn't she? Hit that like a jump serve.
Now Hawaii has Taimano Leivau first in the Big West Conference in aces per set. Taylor Higgins, who's about to serve, is fourth in the league in that category. Middle set, and that is a big-time swing. That pulls off the point for Davis by Katie Quinn. Now, you have Mano Leivau, you have Higgins where they are, and then for UC Davis, Squires is fifth in the conference, Wagner is sixth, Connors is seventh. So they have 3 of the top 7 aces per set artists on their roster. Taimano Leivau, that was a little artistry from the opposite position.
Great set by Higgins. She had a difficult ball to handle at the net, had to twist and turn a little bit to get this ball to Manu Leivau, and the split block was there again.
Kahakai now to serve. 21 serving 18. Floats it over. Pass by Wagner. Bump set goes left side. Squires, tough angle, and she made it work.
Miguel and Taylor turned around and looked and said to themselves, how did she do that?
Even
great shot.
And even Olivia McGill looking at Dave Shoji, she said that was outside the antenna. Well, it was inside the antenna, it looked like.
There was just enough room to fit a ball between Taylor's hand and the antenna.
Sophia Marr into the net it goes. Well, these are 2 really strong serving teams when it comes to scoring from the service line, but look at the service errors so far. So Sarah Mendoza, I imagine this is an emotional evening for her. Santa Barbara native sends it over on senior night. Squires, that was a hot pepper swing, but Higgins able to pick it up. Taylor going hard angle. Good diving save by Marr. From the back row, it's Wagner. High hands touch. Higgins keeps it alive. Adolpho sets up Taylor, and right there is Marr. So Frizzoli will set right side to Squire off the block. Where does Higgins go? Middle to Adolpho. You better believe it. She drops the hammer.
And Dave Shoji jumps off the bench and gives a fist pump as Kalei Adolpho put that down. More emotion than usual from Coach Shoji. He wants to win this thing. And Adolfo's just on fire right now. Really quick arm swing, getting up quickly as well.
She's enjoying her senior night so far. 23 serving 19. A little scramble by the Aggies. So the benefit goes to Hawaii. Here's Greeley blocked. One-handed over by Mendoza to keep it alive. Now from the back row, Wagner. Triple block against her. Mendoza again 2 hands it in the air. Adolpho and Higgins with an exchange on the second touch. So now the advantage to Davis. H.A. couldn't put it down. Greeley will get a swing from off the net. And right there, the save, Wagner. H.E. again in the middle. Mistimed and couldn't punch it over.
Well, Hawaii showed tremendous patience during that rally. Just hanging and hanging, waiting their time, biding their time. Even hoping sometimes, I think, that their block can get the point instead of their attackers.
Look at Dan Connors, first year as head coach, is 36 years of age. Aloha ball here in set 1 for Hawaii. Squires got room. And that's how this first stanza ends. Hawaii lost the first set, remember, last night against Riverside, showing a lack of energy at the beginning of the match. Certainly a different story tonight on senior night. Let's check out how it works, presented by Central Pacific Bank. Chris, take us through it.
Take a look at Nikki Taylor as she watches where the set's going to go. Watch her sidestep to the middle to form 4 hands across, tight block, and that's how it works when you block well and pay attention to precision, you wing blockers. Dave Shoji's going to love this, seeing how well Nikki Taylor made that play.
How much of the art of blocking comes naturally, instinctively? You know, a lot of people have anticipatory skills beyond perhaps some other players. How much of it is learned?
That's a great question. I'd say at least 25% of it's instinctive. The best blockers in the world probably are more like 50% instinctive, and then they got their physicality to go along with it.
Yeah, it also helps in Nikki Taylor's case to be 6'3", and in Olivia McGill's case to be 6'1" with those long arms.
McGill, I'll tell you something, McGill does not make many mistakes at the net blocking. She rarely gets called for a net violation. She rarely gets beat to the outside. She almost always closes the seams. And if somebody's going to try to challenge her in the middle, she gets her way most of the time and stuffs it back.
And on senior night, one of the best things to remember is that Olivia McGill is just a junior.
Yeah.
Good serve by Taylor Higgins that time, but an even better pass by Squires. Walbrecht from the opposite position is dug back over the net. Marr sets middle to H.A. And she sends it out, tried to push it to the hard angle. Too much there, so Taylor Higgins back to serve. Hawaii winning set number 1, 25-19. They hit 225 as a team. Taimono Olivao and Kalei Adolpho leading the way with 4 kills apiece. Middle set, H.A. Good touch at the net by the block. Really dug it, and Taylor.
Boy, Nikki Taylor just unloaded on that shot. Big set from Higgins, smiles all around. And Nikki's usually pretty serious during the match. You see a smile like that, you know that she got a hold of one.
3 kills for her, and she's been getting a huge amount of attempts. 14th attack for Nikki Taylor. How about the serve by Higgins? Draws it right back over. McGill in the middle. And another McGill kill. That's her 4th.
That's set once again a little bit too low. Higgins immediately apologizes to McGill. Says, oops, sorry, I got to get that up higher. Remember that McGill can grab the rim. She jumps unusually high.
Higgins is smoking them from the service line, but Ali Wagner able to smoke one from the outside for the first Davis point of this second set.
Hawaii's got a well-formed block here, but Wagner just takes all that cross-court angle and just rips it.
Frizzoli with the serve, down the line it goes. Pass tight to the net for Mano Levao, but Higgins able to make it work with the set to Taylor, able to make it work with the left-handed put down.
It's the Taylor-to-Taylor connection once again.
Taylor made, and showing a little bit of the ambidextrous nature of her volleyball abilities, Nikki Taylor. Mano Levao now the serve, and
Did she touch them all? I can't tell.
We've seen 2 homers blasted from the Hawaii end line.
You know, it's hard to fault Mano Levao or Higgins. They've gotten so many points for Hawaii this year. We deserve a laugh once in a while, and they got to laugh at themselves too. That's going to happen. You're going to spatch it and knock it long with underspin sometimes. So long as you touch them all, it's okay.
Here's the serve by Erica Connor. She's the starting setter. 2-setter system for the Aggies. Sophia Marr is the second setter. Taimono Olivao from the back row. She didn't hit it long that time.
Volleyball players are asked to better the ball. Higgins went and bettered the ball with a pretty good bump set, and then Mano Olivao bettered that by drilling it down. Pretty impressive play.
Averaging 3.18 kills per set coming into this match. Taimono Olivao. Here's Wagner, dug up by Mendoza. Mano Levao will set to Greeley. Down the line and in.
What a set from Mano Levao. She called off Higgins, says, no, I got this one. Puts it up perfectly for nice and high for the 6'1" Greeley to go over the block. I think she saw that back row, back right player come up and sneak up.
So 6 serving 2 here in the second. Wagner, big wind up, a huge leap. And she's able to put some sauce on that one.
Ali Wagner averages a couple of kills a set. She's got 9 block solos to lead the team at 5'9". She's got more block solos than anybody on the team. She showed her hops the last couple of swings as well.
Her mom, Wendy, formerly Wendy Whitmer, is in the Hall of Fame as a softball player for UC Davis. Nikki Taylor. Remember when she was grabbing the elbow at one point in last night's match versus Riverside? After set 2, there was some concern there, but yeah, she's all good. And here she is to serve, 7 serving 3. A good one, overpass, placed down by Kalei Greeley. Thank you very much.
Hawaii's putting on some kind of serving clinic right now.
Yeah, it's not all about the service aces, as you say, Chris.
It's about forcing a bad pass is what it's about.
Here's Squires. Forget about it. Kalei Adolpho says, not on my watch.
That set was so far inside that Squires couldn't take advantage of the small outside blocker in Higgins there. She had to go cross court into the 6'2" Adolpho.
4 kills and a block for Kalei Adolpho. Holland Seymour on the floor for the first time for the Aggies. Middle set goes to Quinn. And right now, it is an impenetrable block up front for Hawaii. Kalei really doing it again.
Would you say it's the start of a block party?
On senior night. All are invited. Another very good serve by Taylor. The swing by Brain, diving save Mendoza. Leval from the back row, couldn't curl it inside the end line, and a point for UC Davis. But we are seeing a far more intense, aggressive, energetic Rainbow Wahine squad tonight as compared to last night, Chris.
Yeah, we really are. You can tell they're on a mission to finish out this season with a W.
Step out, Adolpho plugs it through the block and down.
Adolpho just racking up kill after kill. Her 5th one with nary an error. Hitting almost 700 right now.
That's what some of those
714 to be exact.
That's what some of those fluorescent shirts say, right? Molokai slide.
There you go.
In support of Kalei Adolpho, the Molokai native. On the back row, it's Wagner. Adolpho had the block, couldn't punch it up. And so it's a point for UC Davis. How would you characterize Kalei Adolpho's career with the Rainbow Wahine? Remember, a 2-sport athlete, volleyball and basketball for so long, focused on volleyball. You saw the increase in the numbers. She was much more prolific, particularly offensively this year. How would you characterize her career?
I would say that the way to best characterize it is that she's gotten better and better every year.
It's like she knew we were talking about.
And this year especially, I've been impressed that she's taken on the leadership of being a captain. And there's a lot that goes on with being a captain on this team, and she's taken that on and dropped the basketball, and may pick up basketball next year is the word.
There's the serve by Anna Ponce. Set high and away to Walbrecht through the block and down.
Nice little tool shot by Kendall Walbrecht, who was number 53 in the senior ace list when she was a senior a couple years ago. The highest Aggie ever on the senior list. Finally recruited out of La Cañada High School.
Nice pronunciation there. The serve into the net by Seymour. Seymour from Torrance, California. She's a junior.
When Seymour was in high school, 7.5 kills per set her senior year. How about that?
There she is with the pass. Right side set to Walbrecht. Hard hit at the hard angle, but Higgins pops it up in the air. Now Leval. And it's played off the block by Mendoza. Taylor from the opposite position. Sophia Marr had it covered. Bump set goes to Walbrecht. Off the McGill block and down. Nicely done.
Good swing by Walbrecht that time. Kept the ball in play. Aimed for open court.
Now it's Kendall Frizzoli. Also born in Torrance, California, with the serve. Overpass by Leval. One-handed set by Higgins. And McGill slams it down. Didn't matter because a net violation called against UC Davis. So a point for Hawaii. Wahine awaiting their postseason fate. Tomorrow is Selection Sunday for the NCAA tournament. Kahakai with the serve. Wagner had to adjust the jump, so easy pickings for Mendoza on the dig. Middle set to McGill. That time it was too high. It's almost impossible to consider a set being too high for McGill. That time, unfortunately, it was.
McGill was there a little bit early as well.
Dave Shoji being asked this week about what he thinks will happen with the NCAA tournament. And hey, we always make this joke being in Hawaii, right? NCAA stands for no clue at all. No clue at all what is going to happen on Selection Sunday. Here's Greeley from the outside, off the fingertips of the block and down. And Hawaii first to 15 here in the second. 15-8. Rainbow Wahine trying to finish on a high note in the regular season.
OC Sports, presented on Oceanic Time Warner Cable, is sponsored by Straub and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Welcome back. Hawaii up 1-0, up 15-8 in this second set, hitting 562 in set number 2. Look at some of the family.
Mr. Adolpho.
The pops of Kalei Adolpho.
Along with so many other fluorescent shirts in the audience.
Yeah.
How many people are left on Molokai right now? That's what I want to know.
That's a good question. I would say the vast majority of the island's probably here. Wagner, nice job there from the outside position. You pointed out a stat during the break, Chris. Kaylin Squires, the top hitter in the Big West Conference, struggling.
3 kills, 5 errors, hitting -143. Not a typical night for her. Watch for her to come back. Hawaii's going to worry about that.
Right side set Taylor. The block was late, and she made him pay. Nikki Taylor, who has been so steady as of late for Hawaii. That's kill number 6 on 17 tries.
And McGill's got 5 kills. Manoel-Val's got 5 kills. Greeley's got 4. Nice split block.
Right side set. That's Brain. That's dug up by Kahakai. Middle set, Adolpho. Chopped up in the air by Frizzoli. The set will go left side to Seymour. Soft touch. Pancake save Taylor. Here's Greeley. That's batted around. And it'll be two-handed over the net. Chance for Hawaii. Higgins. Step out. Adolpho. Puts it down.
Just keep setting her. Great pancake to start the play by Nikki Taylor. Who says at 6'3" you can't go down and get low, get dirty, get on the floor, give up your body. Oh my goodness, and Adolpho to finish the play. Hawaii on fire right now.
And the Adolpho Ohana, as well as every other fan in the Stan Sheriff Center, loving it. Tonight's Jack Fact is the Bows big block. Indeed it is. Hawaii leading the Big West and is also 6th nationally, averaging 3.03 blocks per set. McGill, Adolpho, Taylor all averaging over 1 block per set.
Something Hawaii is not normally known for.
Swing from the middle. That's Quinn. Got blocked back. Kept alive by Breen. Back set goes to Wagner. Dug up by Taylor. Tight to the net. A little joust there. And Taylor Higgins, one of the more diminutive players on the court, wins the battle.
Well, that's some volleyball IQ for you. Most players would have hit the ball straight ahead and been stuffed. Instead, Taylor saw the block go up, saw the hands, and tooled it off the outside blocker's hand.
Taylor, that one tickling the tape. Played off of it by Connors. Now Seymour, she's able to get the kill for UC Davis. You may have seen a quick peek. Another special fan in the crowd here at the Stan Sheriff Center, none other than Maui big leaguer Shane Victorino, here to support Maui County's own Kalei Adolpho. He's got the fluorescent shirt. How did he get the fluorescent shirt already?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Here's Greeley off the fingertips of the block. Seymour, big swing. Mendoza, beautifully done. Greeley over the block. Right there is Wagner. Seymour a second time. Kahakai got it handled. Back set to Taylor. That one didn't have a shot, and so a chance now for Davis. Wagner from the back row. Hit it off the side of the palm and out, and that's a point for the Rainbow Wahine.
Boy, got lucky there as Higgins looked like she almost mishandled her set. Instead, their patience turned out to be getting their 19th point.
19 serving 10. And Kalei Greeley, as the crowd quiets. Ryan drives it over the net. Eyeing away, the set goes to Seymour over the block. Right there is Greeley. Wahine on the attack. Manoel-Val's two-handed in the air by Frizzoli. Seymour lines it up, gets blocked by Adolpho, pitter-pattered around. Seymour will get another swing at it. That could have been an out ball. Mendoza tried to play it, and it's a point for UC Davis.
It was definitely an out ball, but I think in Mendoza's defense, I think she thought the ball may have touched the block, therefore she's got to play it.
That is a split-second decision.
Yeah. Oh, yes. You got to make it really fast.
Sophia Marr on to serve. Played by Manoel-Val. Higgins goes to tie, and that time tie was tied up by Kendall Walbrecht and Ima Eche.
Oh, what a block. Walbrecht reaching way over at 6'3". She's big, she's long, she can penetrate that net plane.
Had 4 kills the first time these two teams met this season. The Molokai slide in full effect. Kalei Adolpho.
8 kills, no errors, hitting 800. Those are monster numbers for Kalei Adolpho.
Picking a good night to do it. Look at that stat line, Chris McLaughlin.
Wow. I think it's 727, not 800. Sorry about that.
727 is still pretty impressive. Here's Walbrecht, blocked by Higgins, but Davis keeps it alive. Now Seymour from the opposite position, and we're seeing something here from Holland Seymour, shrewdly inserted into the match by head coach Dan Connors.
Well, Holland Seymour was one of the bright spots. She had 13 kills last week against #1 ranked Long Beach. So Seymour's just no surprise that she's in right now.
Got to look at Ginger Long on the floor for Hawaii. Nice job there on the second touch. Dumped down by Taylor Higgins, but Ginger Long, a junior athletically, a senior academically, she has decided to discontinue her Rainbow Wahine career at season's end, and that includes her sand volleyball career, which was a very good one, because she wants to pursue her education in the master's program at the University of Hawaii. Comes up with the dig there. Middle set to McGill. Frazzoli popped it up. Chased down on the second touch by Marr. Seymour from the back row. Two-handed by Mendoza. Chance for Hawaii. Long from the back row. Right there is Marr. Seymour will set up Walbrecht on the opposite side. Higgins with the dig there. So Mendoza. Bump set. Right side. Taylor from off the net. Sliding dig by Marr. A little miscommunication, though. And now a free chance for Hawaii. Here's Taylor down the line off the shoulder of Frazzoli and in. And a timeout taken by Dan Connors. We'll take a timeout as well. 7 kills for Taylor. Hawaii up 9.
Find the perfect gift for every occasion at Big Island Candies. Visit them in Hilo at Ala Moana Center or click on BigIslandCandies.com to view their entire collection and place your order today.
Need tickets to an upcoming UH contest? Visit HawaiiAthletics.com, call 944-BOWS, or visit the Stan Sheriff Center box office. 3 easy ways to get your seats for exciting UH sports action. Higgins serving out of the timeout. And the middle set goes to H.A., and she's able to tool the block. Point for Davis. They trail by 8. Hawaii up in the match, 1-0. It is 14 serving 22. It is senior night for the Rainbow Wahine. They will be honoring Kalei Adolpho, Sarah Mendoza, and Ginger Long at the conclusion of the match. Here's Nikki Taylor. She's Ruth. And a little surge here, some life coming from the Aggies side of the net. Kendall Walbrecht was up there, along with Katie Quinn.
Solid block, forehands across, well executed.
Served by Frazzoli. Pass Manoleval. Middle set McGill. That was almost too smooth that time. McGill with kind of a slow motion swing for her 6th kill.
She's really actually only had 1 full swing. All the others have been tips and mishaps, but she's still got the 6 kills and hitting for a good percentage.
Also has 3 blocks. Marr chases down the second touch. Davis relegated to sending a free ball Hawaii's way. Here's McGill, that one with a little more zest. Point for Hawaii, and it's aloha ball here in set number 2. Here's the good pass. I think that's been the story of the first 2 sets. Good pass by Mendoza. Hawaii is yet to be aced by the #1 ace team in the league, Davis. That's a pretty amazing statistic right there. Middle set, that's Quinn. That's dug up by Higgins. So Mendoza on the second touch, sets up long. And she hit it long. No touch at the net, so a point for Davis. You want to see Ginger Long get one here on senior night. Again, she's a junior athletically, a senior academically, so decided to go out with this senior class.
I'm going to go out and predict right now that if there's a decent pass, Higgins is going to fake it to McGill, fake it to Taylor, and go to Ginger Long for a set point.
Erica Connors to serve. Still aloha ball here in set number 2. The pass by Long. The set to Long. The kill for Long. And Hawaii up 2-0. You see Ginger's parents, a smile for Ginger Long. Long overdue is what we'll say about that one. Hawaii with a chance to potentially open up the broom closet when we come back.
Hawaii over Davis. That says the story. And I think also Hawaii's passing is not a statistic, but it has been superior to Davis's.
That was a superior swing coming from Taimano Olevao. who now has 6 kills. This set 3 already off and running. Hawaii up 2 sets to none. Davis had the first serve, served it into the twine. So now here is Taylor Higgins. Left side, Squires the dink. One-hand diving save, Higgins. Greeley from the back row. And that's dug up by Connors. The bump set will go to Wegner. And Wegner able to play it off the tape and down. You gotta like that.
Pretty crafty shot by Wegner. Here's a great save by Higgins. And here's the attack with 3 blockers up. Wegner manages to find a way to find the floor.
Pass by Greeley. Right side goes to Taimon Olival, goes up the elevator there, but it's dug up off the ricochet by Wegner. Middle set to Eche. Right there is Higgins. So Mendoza bump sets Greeley from the back row, took something off. Davis on the attack. Here's Squires. Hot hit. Right there was Mendoza. Greeley again from beyond the 3-meter line. Gets it done.
What a dig by Higgins and a dig by Mendoza. Hawaii getting it done with their back row play. Greeley gets the kill, but the prolonged rallies were because of the great digs. Mendoza now with 13 digs on the night. She would normally have about 8 at this point. So she's ramped up her play.
Taimon Olival sends it into the twine. I want to thank Shane Victorino for sitting with us during the intermission. That was pretty cool to catch up with him, coming out to the volleyball match while he's in town to support the Maui County girls, Ginger Long and Kalei Adolpho, as well as Sarah Mendoza and the rest of the squad. But good to see him certainly in Honolulu, and we wish him the best. 1 year left on his contract with the Boston Red Sox. Here's Greeley playing it over the block. Back row set goes to Wegner. And Higgins on one knee keeps it alive. Now Taylor sets the feet. That's dug up by Marr. And Squires trips on Frizzoli as she was approaching, and it's going to be a miss-hit called against UC Davis. So it's a point for Hawaii.
I mean, it was called on Marr, I think, with double contact.
Shane Victorino celebrating his 34th birthday tomorrow, so just a little under 3 hours away from now.
Hitting his stride at mid-30s.
Middle set, Eche, and that one gets blocked back. Kalei Adolpho, who on senior night will be honored at the end of the match with 8 kills on 11 swings, no hitting errors, and now 3 blocks. And that is our Fujitsu air conditioning cool play of the match, Chris.
Couldn't think of a cooler one.
Not so cool, though, as the point gets sent back to UC Davis. But Kalei Adolpho, she has been a fan favorite. She was cherished since her days as a member of the Molokai basketball and volleyball squads. She played just about every sport she possibly could when she was a youngster on Molokai. Nikki Taylor gets the kill.
Then she made a lot of sacrifices to come to Oahu to play on amateur AAU basketball teams and club volleyball teams.
Taimon Olival with the dig. Here's Greeley on the outside, blocked and roofed. Eche getting the better of that one.
Solid block up front by Davis. She's a good block. I'm telling you, all around, she's played solidly tonight.
Kendall Frizzoli getting ready to serve it into play. 4 serving 6. Floats it to the back row. The set goes to Taylor. And that's dug up by Squires, who gets the set from beyond the 3-meter line and is able to put it down. So Davis within 1 here in the 3rd set.
There's the X factor of Squires. If she has not been herself the first 2 sets, hitting negative 3 kills at 6 errors, hitting negative 167. Here she's the leading attacker in the conference. So what for her to get going?
Greeley over the block. And it'll be a touch at the net. So a point for Hawaii. 7 serving 5. Good look at Dan Connors. Previously was the top assistant at Illinois before taking the job as head coach at UC Davis. Prior to Illinois was recruiting coordinator for John Cook at Nebraska. That's a big deal in that program for sure.
Andy Banikowski and Mike Seeley at UCLA. He's had quite the journey to get this head job and just got hired in June. How about that, getting the job, and 2 months later he's got to start his season? That's crazy.
He said one of the few adjustments he's had to make is the fact that this time of the year at all of his previous stops. They were gearing up for the NCAA tournament. Not the case, he says, for UC Davis this season. Middle set, that goes to Quinn. Had to dink it over. Mendoza, the diving save. Left side set, time on Olivao. 7 kills for her. Timeout taken by Dan Connors. Hawaii breaking away on a 3-0 run. Welcome back. Let's go inside the numbers presented by Levitt, Yamane, and Soldner. 4.20. That's the kills per set for UC Davis. Outside hitter Kaylin Squires tops in the Big West Conference coming in. But as you pointed out, Chris, it has not been her typical performance so far against Hawaii. 4 kills, 19 attacks, 6 errors. She's hitting negative 105.
It's been a tough night, but she can get uncorked at any moment. Hawaii's really got to be careful.
Here's Wagner. Denied access by Higgins and Adolpho.
Wagner was the one that's been carrying that left side load. The other one, Holland Seymour, 4 kills, no errors in 10 tries. She's been playing well, coming off the bench.
10 serving 5, Kalei Greeley. Here's Wagner, the dink. An odd one finds its way well out of play. 5-0 run here for the Rainbow Wahine. By the way, announced crowd through the turnstiles, Chris, 6,339 here for senior night. A lot of them clad in fluorescent yellow. Swing by Squires off the triple block. Higgins punches it back over the net. Now it's Walbrecht from the opposite position. Diving save, Greeley, nicely done. Now Taylor caught it fat. Was there a touch up front? No touch. And a point for UC Davis. You see the sigh coming from.
So we haven't talked enough about Taylor Higgins and the kind of job she's done setting tonight. Set distribution. She's got Taylor with 8 kills, McGill with 7, Manu Olivao with 7, Greeley with 6. Clay Adolpho with 8. Now that's some kind of set distribution to have all 5 attackers hitting that many, contributing that much to the offense.
Erica Connors serving up the ace for 35th on the season. 7 serving 11.
First ace of the night, I believe.
I think you're right. Pass by Greeley. Higgins with the bump set to Mano Olivao. Stutter step swing. And the diving save by Squires. Outside set goes to Wagner. Right there was Mendoza. Here's Mano Olivao. Blocked, but she keeps it alive. Adolpho sets Greeley in the back row. Blocked. Time on Olivao off the ricochet. Now Adolpho on the step out. Hit the top of the tape, so it's slowed it up. Chance for the Aggies. Wagner down the line and in.
These Aggies refused to give up. They hung in that rally. Kept alive. Hung with the bows. Point for point, block for block, attack for attack. And that's what it takes to beat a team like Hawaii. And
after a 5-0 run by the Rainbow Wahine, a 3-0 run being put together here by the Aggies. The crowd urging the home team on. Manu Olivao through the block and down. She's got 8 kills, Chris.
She's one who's, on the road trip, you know what? She was so sick. She felt horrible. She didn't practice that week until they arrived in Santa Barbara on Friday night. So it was a tough week for her.
Ponce with the serve. Step out. This is Quinn. And that's going to be a point for Hawaii. They're going to call that one a roof for the Rainbow Wahine.
I'm not sure that ball made it over the net.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. 13 serving 8. Either way, Dave showed you will take it. Step out. This is Quinn again, and she blasts it.
Ooh, a little bit of anger with that one.
She got it over the net that time.
That thing had some major heat. Katie Quinn from San Anselmo. Drake High School there in Marin County, just over the Golden Gate Bridge. Hit 406 last week against Long Beach and Seaside.
So by Wagner. Middle set, McGill hung in the air, got blocked though, and a joust a couple of times at the net, and McGill finally wins it.
She wasn't too proud of this one. She gets blocked, pops it up, and then blocks it, but it was an awkward, not pretty play. She likes the pretty plays.
Great serve by Higgins, and it turns into an ace. Taylor Higgins, she's really been ripping into it from beyond the service line here tonight, and a timeout taken. 15-9, Hawaii up a half dozen, looking for the sweep.
OC Sports, presented on Oceanic Time Warner Cable, is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii and Kaiser Permanente.
Welcome back to the Stan Sheriff Center, where Hawaii is up 15-9 in set number 3. Taylor Higgins out of the timeout, and she pumps another ace.
And the whole reason the timeouts are valuable is to slow down the server and get them out of their rhythm, but not Taylor Higgins. She came out of that timeout and just killed it.
Largest lead of this third set for Hawaii. Higgins, another try. Another hot serve. It's handled this time by Davis, though. Brain in the middle is blocked. Aggies coming a second time. This time it'll be Quinn from the right side, played off the ricochet by Higgins. Pump set to Taylor against the double block, and she goes off of it and out for a Hawaii point. Now the serving for Hawaii, we've talked about it throughout the season. It has had its ups and downs, but if Taylor Higgins, if Taimano Levau can serve the way they have here tonight for the most part, it changes the complexion of Hawaii and what they potentially could pull off in the NCAA postseason, and that is case in point. Higgins forcing the overpass, hammered down by McGill.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right, Kanoa. You know, it's almost like the Hawaii servers are taking the challenge that they got the #1 ace team in the conference coming down, and we're going to show them that we can ace there right with them. So, I don't know. The players never talk about it, but kind of get that feeling.
Higgins, oh, she has been putting over some BBs. Here's Squires from the outside. Mano Levau by the double block and in. And Hawaii up a 10 spot here in the third.
Watch for Ginger Long to come in here pretty soon. I think Dave Shoge would love to get his third senior on the floor.
Higgins. Another beauty. Handled well by Wegner, though. Middle set to Quinn. Forget about it. McGill saying, no, you don't. And Ginger Long will be inserted into the match. Quick look here at the Mid-Pac Petroleum leaderboard. Hawaii single season hitting kill percentage. Angelica Ljungqvist at the very top. But right on her heels, Olivia McGill.
See Olivia's hitting tonight. She's hitting .357 tonight.
And some elite company there for McGill. Touched over on the second hit by Sophia Marr, and that was perhaps the last thing anybody in this building was expecting from the 5'6" sophomore. But well-timed there, and that ends the Hawaii run. A 7-0 run for the Rainbow Wahine. Now Jillian Johnson on the floor. She'll serve it into play. Floats it deep and out. So right now, you have Ginger Long on the floor. She'll be honored at the conclusion of the match. You have Sarah Mendoza, the libero, on the floor for Hawaii. She's a senior. She'll be honored as well. Kalei Adolpho currently out of the rotation.
She'll be in on the next rotation. Kalei will be back in.
So we could have an opportunity to see them do something here in these last few points. Not that Kalei Adolpho hasn't done a whole lot already. Same with Sarah Mendoza.
Adolpho, 8 kills, no errors, 12 tries.
15 digs and a service ace for Mendoza, and Savannah Kahakai for good measure. She gets in on the fun. Hey, it's senior night. That doesn't mean a freshman can't pad the stat line as well.
Did I tell you it was going to be a serve-a-thon or not?
You did.
I think I did at the beginning of the night. I'm not sure.
A block party and a serve party. Megan Huff on the floor as Dave showed you getting some of the frosh in there. 22 serving 10. Good serve by Kahakai. It's Wagner. She has to two-hand it over to the deep corner. Kahakai there. Mendoza on the second touch. Back bump set to Long, who two-hands it over. Aggies on the attack. It's Wagner from the back row. Hit it in. And that's a point for Davis. And Dave Shoji up off the bench. Had the palms pointed upward for a moment. A lot of the fans thought that that was out.
Leading 22-10, I don't think Dave can do too much arguing right now.
11 serving 22. Mendoza the pass, one hand touch by Higgins. It'll be an illegal touch.
That was an excellent serve by Marr, forced a bad pass by Mendoza. Higgins looks like the one who made the error, but it was really great serve by Marr.
Two-handed by Kalei from her knees. The set goes to Huff, and she gets it down for a Hawaii point. How about the set that time by Taylor Higgins?
Acrobatic, athletic.
And Shoji clearing the bench now as Mags comes in. Emily Maglio in for Kalei Adolpho. Also getting ready to check in Kendra Kelch. And Adolpho will hear it from 6,300 plus. Taylor Higgins also coming to the bench. 23 serving 12. Hawaii hoping to turn senior night into a celebration when they started out this match, and it looks as though it's taking on that form. A block there and an overpass. Maglio wasn't sure what to do with it. Two hands it over and then shrugged. And Kelch unable to handle that kill.
We gotta remember Maglio. Sometimes she'll revert to her hockey days. You know, she played ice hockey with boys before she played volleyball. So you gotta understand, there'll be some awkward moments sometimes.
13 serving 23. Good diving pass by Long. Back set to Huff. That's dug up in the back row by Seymour. Left side, Wagner. Now Long. Off the block and out. That's another kill for Ginger Long, her second of the match. And everybody stands on Aloha Ball for the Rainbow Wahine. Good to see, Chris McLaughlin. Good to see for Ginger Long.
Yeah, really. She had that kill at the end of the second set. Now she may get match point as well. Who knows? I think Kelch will set her if she gets a chance.
Gianna Guinasso with the serve. Wagner from the outside, off the fingertips of the block. Right there is Kalei. Kelch on the second touch. It was sniffed out by Marr. Now the right side goes to Walbrecht, and she will prolong this match. At least one more serve. Rizzoli with the serve down the line. The pass, Guinasso. Kelch high and away to Long from off the net. Now it's Seymour, back row, played off the block by Kelch. And it falls to the floor right between Mendoza and Kalei.
A little bit of confusion there. We get new players. There's so many new players coming on in the last part of this set. Makes it a little bit tough. Got to communicate a little louder, a little harder.
So we do Aloha Ball again. Guinasso the pass. Kelch should look high and away to Long. Long off the block and down. And she finishes the deal on senior night.
Oh, you got to be happy for Ginger Long. There's her family up there watching. And Ginger, you know, had to make a tough decision this week about staying or going. She decided to go and finish her eligibility out, move on with her life, and what an exciting way to finish. Set point and then match point.
There was quite a bit flowing around in the ether inside the Stan Sheriff Center tonight on the eve of Selection Sunday for the NCAA tournament. Hawaii trying to finish the regular season strong. Senior night for 3 Rainbow Wahine players, and they pull off the sweet Ekahi Elua Aloha. Scott Robbs has Dave Shoji. Scott, take it away.
Hey, thanks a lot, Kanoa. Coach, that's a great way to send off your seniors, and maybe more importantly, a great way to get ready for the postseason.
Well, it might have been our most complete match. You know, we blocked well. We got a little shaky there on the blocking game, too, but otherwise we hit for a high percentage. We played smart tonight. We made some plays, and, you know, I'm glad we can play that well going into the postseason. You're right.
Talking about postseason tomorrow afternoon, you'll know your fate. Do you have any kind of a gut feeling where you'll end up?
Well, I think they'll send us on the west somewhere, and, you know, there's 5 possibilities. Colorado State, Washington, Stanford, maybe Arizona. I think they'll keep us west, though. We'd love to go east.
I know 2 places you probably like to avoid would be Stanford and UW, right?
Well, yes, but, you know, wherever they send us, you know, we'll take. We just want to get in, and you never know. You know, we can beat anybody as far as I'm concerned.
All right, Dave, I got to ask you this question. The final home match of the season, could this possibly have been your last home match?
This is my last home match this year.
So can we expect you back next year, Dave? I'm going to put you on the spot. Tell us now.
Well, I'm going to reassess everything after the season, Scott. You know I was going to answer like that, right?
So the answer is yes. Dave will be back for season 41. Hey, enjoy the senior celebration.
All right, thanks, Scott.
All right, Dave, shows you back to you guys.
Hey, thanks a lot, Scott. You got to ask the question, and Scott Robbs doing his job. Ali Wegner is the player of the match for UC Davis. Players of the match brought to you by Bank of Hawaii. And why not for the Rainbow Wahine, the 3 seniors. Now, that's in quotations because Ginger Long technically a junior athletically, but this is her final home match as a Rainbow Wahine. So Sarah Mendoza, Long, and Kalei Adolpho being honored as the players of the match. All right, well, let's wrap up the business part of this, the NCAA tournament tomorrow. You heard Dave Shoji say, hey, we'd love to go east. Traditionally, along the West Coast, those sub-regionals are usually packed with very talented and competitive teams, so that's sort of where Dave Shoji is coming from. Do you have any feeling, any vibe as to what may happen tomorrow?
I'd love to see him go east, too, because I think that there'll be weaker sub-regions back there. And the key is getting into a weak sub-region if you want to move on to go to the regionals. But realistically, I think the NC2A will probably send them to the West Coast. It's cheaper for the NC2A to send them there instead of sending them east. But, hey, they've sent them to Kentucky before. They've sent them to Colorado State before, to Ohio. I mean, so it could be anywhere. And Dave, I think, is right that the further east we go, the better chance we have to move on.
What about Hawaii, real quick, because we've got to send it over for the senior festivities, but what about the way this team is playing right now? How do you feel about their chances of playing deep into the tournament from what we've seen, particularly here tonight?
Well, I agree with Dave. If they continue to play the way they played tonight, they continue on that route, they can beat anybody in the country.
All right.
Everybody's losing matches except for Stanford right now, but everybody else is losing matches.
That's right. So, that's true. It could be up in the air. It could be a fun ride here in the NCAA postseason for the Rainbow Wahine. They will learn their fate tomorrow. But right now, it's time to celebrate those 3 Wahine when we come back.
And welcome back to the Stan Sheriff Center. There you see the final numbers. Hawaii on senior night wins it over 3 against the Aggies of UC Davis. The match is pal. Now it's time to get this party started. Let's head over to the public address announcer, Ben Kia'aina.
And the lazy palm trees, I like to listen to my heart. There's no place I'd rather be.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the court as we honor our seniors with a special senior night ceremony. Presenting tonight's senior plaques are from the University of Hawaii Federal Credit Union, Vice President of Member Services Brian Anderson, Member Services Manager Debbie Wilson, Vice President of Marketing Barry Carroll, and representing the University of Hawaii Senior Women Administrator Marilyn Moniz Kaho'o Hanohano.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we present our seniors onto the floor, I believe they have a presentation for you. Watch carefully.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out. It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Come on. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out. Bring them out, bring them out. Hey. Bring them out, bring them out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. The other rapper got a hit, shout he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Rounds don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, strippers getting naked before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall the shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows through my back down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. Got the crowd yelling, bring them out, hey. All the hot girls yelling, bring them out, hey. All the dope boys yelling, bring them out, hey. What the black gay yelling, hey.
Drop it to the floor then. Now lean then. Turn around then. Turn
Ladies and gentlemen, your University of Hawaii Rainbow Wahine Volleyball team. Our first senior came to us after 2 seasons at Irvine Valley College, where she was an all-conference performer. The Santa Barbara native has been a part of the Rainbow Wahine family for 3 years, the last 2 as a key figure in the Hawaii back row. After redshirting her first season, she has played in 48 matches for her career, logging 407 digs and 26 service aces. This season, she posted a career-high 25 digs against Santa Barbara right here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Sarah will be graduating this spring with a degree in family resources. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for senior Sarah Mendoza.
And Sarah Mendoza, one of the seniors who came on board, of course, after transferring from Irvine Valley and has just provided that stability in that back row. Of course, we talked about her contributions, serving under Ali Longo last year. You see her getting her long lay from her mom, but really just a great player to have in the gym.
I like the way that Sarah chose to give the volleyball not to an anonymous fan in the crowd, but she gave it to one of the ball girls. That was very cool.
Well, she's probably created some sort of relationship, and remember her major family resources.
There you go.
Sarah, Santa Barbara native. Her mom came all the way out, and her brother, I believe, as well. Just a great contributing player to the team, a great addition. Played under Tom Pestalacci at Irvine Valley College.
We would also like to recognize another member of the Rainbow Wahine family who will be departing after 4 years with the program. She came to UH after 4 stellar seasons at Kamehameha Schools, Maui. After redshirting in 2011, she has donned the Rainbow Wahine uniform for the past 3 years. For her career, she has played in 59 matches and suited up for 3 NCAA tournament teams. She had a career-high 9 kills this season against San Diego State and the career-high 13 digs versus Santa Barbara. She'll be graduating this spring with a degree in disciplinary studies and plans to pursue a master's degree next fall. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your aloha for Ginger Long.
And of course, not an easy decision for Ginger Long to decide to forego her senior athletic season and deciding to end right here. As you can see, she's also giving a ball to a special fan. Again, this is a tradition that began back in 2003 with the senior class known by Kim Willoughby and Lily Kahumoku. That class began this tradition. It's continued on, but Ginger Long, one of the bright spots for this team, a great team player. We saw her a lot early on in the season, but just another great player you want in the practice gym.
Not an easy decision for Ginger to make this week, but clearly she wants to move on to the next chapter in her life. And you know what? She and Mendoza may start their own bikini company. So watch out for that, folks.
And congratulations to Ginger. Tough decision there. You see her father and her mother giving her their aloha, coming all the way in, very emotional.
Our final senior has made an impact on the court since she first came to UH back in 2011. This Molokai native played in 102 matches over her 4 seasons, putting down 508 kills to go along with 326 total blocks. Kalei had some great moments for the Rainbow Wahine, including the career-high 14 kills last year versus Arizona and a new career high of 11 blocks this season at Cal Poly. Kalei was also a 2-sport athlete here at UH, lettering in both volleyball and basketball her first 3 seasons here. She'll be graduating this spring with a degree in psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for Kalei Adolpho.
And Kalei Adolpho, I talked to her mom. She said there's about 80 members of their family that made it all the way here to Oahu Again, you joked about it earlier, Chris. Is there anyone left on the island of Molokai? But great to see Kalei Adolpho. This has been a long journey for her, as we alluded to in the broadcast. She began flying over to Oahu a lot as a high school student, playing in club volleyball because of the limited opportunities on that small island. And she has certainly had a wonderful journey and definitely a fan favorite throughout her career.
And one of the things I admire most about Kalei, she was voted captain this year and did not know how tough that job would be to lead. She's taken it on. It was tough at first, but she's taken it on now. She gives those between games 2 and 3 speeches now. She's really getting good.
Well, to watch her grow and evolve into leadership from coming in and being a young freshman and seeing her grow and mature, you know, what an awesome game tonight as well. I mean, she just came out and she's just really evolved into just quite a young lady.
Getting all the lays may last as long as the match did tonight for Kalei. There's a lot of people there.
Is that real money?
And again, it's got to be tough. I mean, you think about her athletic schedule. For 3 years, she played 2 sports. So she really had to do it all, not only in the volleyball court, but had very little time to switch over to basketball. And for a student athlete, that's a lot when you count in the hours spent in study hall, the hours spent in the weight room, and you times that by 2 with 2 sports. Got to commend this young woman for just the commitment she had to representing the University of Hawaii.
It's hard enough playing just one Division I sport, but 2, give me a break.
And with
She's done a masterful job.
Travel too, you know, back and forth. And how great is it that OCSports, all of her family and friends could watch her and follow her career thanks to the media, social media, and OCSports.
3 seniors, Sarah Mendoza, Ginger Long, and Kalei Adolpho.
You know, a lot of teams leave the gym during this ceremony. Not UC Davis. Dan Connors knows the value of his girls watching this kind of ceremony. And I think it's really cool he kept his girls in the gym.
And this senior night has really become a recruiting tool for the University of Hawaii. A lot of times, the UH coaching staff will actually invite their recruits to come to this night so they can witness what this is really like.
And this is a takeaway that this team will be in total awe and talk about and share with numerous other people, players, fellow athletes.
Alrighty, well, the party will continue here in Manoa when we come back. The always very emotional senior video. It is Rainbow Wahine Volleyball on OCSports. And welcome back to the Stan Sheriff Center. It's time now for the always enjoyable senior video. But don't leave, because after the video, we'll have more here from the corner.
Out of high school, going to a junior college, at first I had to, you know, take a step back and look at my life in the long run, but I think that was the best option for me at that time. And everyone wants to just jump the gun and go straight into D1 volleyball, but I mean, this has been an amazing experience. Originally, I've always been a leader by example, and coming in being one of 2 seniors this year, it's definitely more of a vocal type of leadership that has to go on. So I think coming into my shoes and being more of a leader vocally has definitely been a challenge. I don't think you could get this type of feeling anywhere else at a Division I college for volleyball. And just knowing that it's a whole family and culture that has been made here over the past years is just like an amazing opportunity to experience. Just a sense of like a team, I think, definitely, and knowing that we're all here for one reason. We love to play volleyball.
I knew that I wanted to play 2 sports. I knew that I wanted to be close to home so my family could watch. I was fortunate enough to have made it early on in my high school career to states to where Dave could see me. And I knew how successful the programs were, and I was excited to be a part of that. The opportunity to come here is just been such a blessing. I get to be a part of a legacy that's been in the making for decades, and I get to be a part of something that's way bigger than me and way bigger than any individual that's come through here. I've met so many great people. I've made so many great memories, learned so much and grown so much as a person, as a player. I definitely feel like I'm more confident now. I can go into different situations and approach them with more confidence and with more faith in myself, and just being more open to, you know, just jumping right in there and getting involved in things.
I just want to say thank you to my family, my mom and my dad, my 2 brothers, and everybody that's shaped my life to make this possibility happen.
I'd like to thank, of course, my family. They've supported me in everything. I mean, from my mom and dad to all my aunties, my uncles, and my grandma, and the whole island of Molokai, and all the support that they give me is just amazing. Everyone here, the Amamias, and just I've had so much support that it's just amazing.
Well, it was all Hawaii against UC Davis, and the senior from Molokai, Kalei Adolpho, set the standard early, putting the ball down consistently. 8 kills on the night. Hawaii's blocking. Hawaii leading the Big West in that category was outstanding. 9.5 blocks for UH in the 3-set win. How about senior libero Sarah Mendoza, one of her many digs on the night to lead Hawaii with 16. And Ginger Long, who has decided to call it a career after this year, goes cross-court with the kill. Another shot by the Maui native off the block and out of bounds for another kill, and leading Hawaii to the victory. There you see the final numbers, 25-19, 16-15. Hawaii wins on senior night at the Stan Sheriff Center. And we are back, and there were the highlights from this evening's win for Hawaii. You know, really what a difference a night makes. I mean, I'm sure last night it was a little difficult to get up for a team with 2 wins. They certainly didn't have that problem this evening, did they?
Well, no, they came out real quick tonight. I think they just, from the get-go, they knew this night was theirs, and they must have talked about it and had some great conversations about last night and not coming out ready. But, boy, they came out and they were going to – it almost felt like they were getting taking care of business from their trip up to UC Davis earlier. Like, hey, not in our house. We're a different team than what we saw you guys earlier in the season. They played a great match tonight.
And I think the key was it was just very efficient for Hawaii. This was probably the best we've ever seen them collectively throughout the year. I mean, there wasn't the highs and lows that we've seen throughout the years. Oftentimes we saw them getting into these kind of deep valleys. They played pretty consistent throughout the match. And credit to Taylor Higgins. I thought she did a nice job of getting all of her attackers involved. Yes, Adolpho finished the night with some stellar numbers, but she also was able to get Nikki Taylor involved. Greeley also had a great night herself. So I think that bodes well when Hawaii has all their offensive options running.
And Dave Shoji, after the game, I haven't heard him be that optimistic in a long time.
Exactly.
He said, we may have played our best all-around game of the year. We're playing so well right now, we can beat anybody. I don't care which region we go to. I mean, that's not like Dave. He's got to like the way the team's playing right now. Everybody's got to like the way the team's playing right now. Hit 300 tonight, I think.
Yep,
nice percentage. They normally get around 240. So just everybody. I like the way Taylor Higgins distributed the ball tonight, too. She got everybody going, and it was a tough team to defend, I'll tell you that.
Chris, let me ask you this. How important was them to play the way they did tonight as opposed to last night, getting ready for next weekend?
I think it was really important for them to finish the year on a good note. If they had played flat again or a little bit off base or allowed Davis to come out and take charge of the match, I think it would have been very, very dangerous going into the NC2As, losing that little bit of edge and confidence. Now they're brimming with confidence.
Yeah, and I think if you think back to a few years ago when Hawaii actually lost to Utah State in the WAC championship, it was kind of, they were expected to dominate and then they lost that match, and it set the tone for the rest of the NCAA tournament. They were exited fairly early that year. So I think this is a great match to know that if they play like this, they can compete with anyone in the country.
Yep.
You know, heading into this season, there were a lot of question marks because there was so much inexperience, some new players. What did you see the biggest growth in with this team from the end of August to now?
That's a tough question. I'd have to say, just in general, roles. I think everybody took care of their responsibilities. Starting a couple injuries, Nikki Taylor not 100% to get going. Everybody got to contribute, and it seemed like they finally got a lineup that where everybody understood their role, and they're playing as an efficient team. They're not unidimensional. They're mixing things up. I think that's where I saw the most growth.
I agree, and I think you look at the amount of substitutions Dave showed you made every night. He was like the max every night, like 15 substitutions, knowing that everybody has a role, everybody can do something better than the other person, so let's go use him for that. I thought he did a great job of that. The whole coaching staff prepared their team well, night in and night out.
Any chance that they don't get their name called tomorrow?
No.
I think
none, yeah?
No.
And you know, it's just like we said, it's a matter of where they end up. But it'd be interesting also to see how these Hawaii fans, if they're going to travel. You know, oftentimes, if it's on the West Coast, a lot of the Hawaii fans will go and make their way to the mainland. So I think a lot of the Hawaii fans are eagerly awaiting, maybe, hopefully, making some trips tomorrow, calling the travel agents, might be joining the Wahine on the road.
I do want to remind everybody, tomorrow we have Rainbow Wahine basketball at 4:30. Hawaii taking on the University of North Carolina. Game on starts at 4, which works out perfectly because the selection show is at 3:30 on ESPNU, and the Wahine and Dave and everybody will be right next door here inside the Stan Sheriff Center. So just to let you know, at 4 o'clock, the first segment of Game On will be dedicated to the Rainbow Wahine volleyball team. Chris, you and I will be here. Ryan, you'll be back in the hospitality room with the coach and players getting their reaction, and then we'll be able to kind of break down and discuss, I guess, in deeper thought in terms of how far the Wahine can go and their matchups and so forth.
And it's always nerve-wracking. Even if you get the automatic bid or if you're an at-large, it's always just that sense of tension when you walk into the room because you never know where you're going to end up. I remember in years past, we were traveling back to Hawaii. We actually watched the selection show at times in the airport at San Francisco. You know, we've watched it as soon as we landed here in Honolulu. Luckily, they have the friendly confines of the Stan Sheriff Center to kind of wait for that process. But it's always exciting to see what the NCAA pans out.
All three of you, final thoughts on the regular season.
Well, a little roller coastery, you know. There were, like Ryan alluded to earlier, ups and downs, you know, but in the long run, I think they ended up, you know, Long Beach State definitely flat out, in my personal opinion, was a better team so far this year. And Hawaii, I think, is just coming into it. Again, if they could play like tonight, man, they could beat any team. I have to agree with that because all cylinders were ticking.
You know, and I think when you look at this whole season, we knew that this was going to be a rebuilding year with the amount of youth that was in and the this departing senior class that the Wahine had from last year. So I think that we kind of knew that expectation coming in. I thought they did better than I initially thought. I think the freshmen had to mature very early on. Kalei Greeley, after the first couple of weeks, became a full-time starter and really proved to hold her own, as well as Savannah Kahakai, as well as the other role players. So I think they did better than anticipated and expected it. And I know that we're not done with this season, but you can't help but look forward to next season with the amount of returning players they have, a transfer that's coming in as well. They're going to be an exciting team to watch in years to come. And maybe another reason why Dave Shoji shouldn't leave just yet.
He's not going to.
I completely agree, and I think that the evolution of Nikki Taylor really made a difference to give Hawaii a right side attack, a back row attack. It made a lot of difference in how Hawaii played the other teams and how they had trouble defending Hawaii down the stretch. And I think that Nikki's playing so well on that right side right now, the teams really don't know how to defend her. And I think that's Sarah Mendoza's evolution as well. She lost her job, got her job back, and is playing better than ever. To have your libero playing well makes a big difference. And finally, the serving kind of went away for a while, but tonight, holy cow, Taylor Higgins had it going on. And she led the way, but everybody sort of jumped in the bandwagon, got aces. And we were playing against the best ace team in the league. Yeah. So it was pretty interesting to see that little matchup go.
Hey, I want to take the moment to thank everybody involved with our broadcast throughout the regular season of Rainbow Wahine Volleyball, the camera crew, the grips, the folks in the truck, everybody, you guys as well, and particularly making it easier on me, making the transition from radio over to my first year as the host of Game On. Unfortunately, I still have that face for radio, but I had a great time with you guys, and thank you so much. I just want to thank all of you guys.
It's been a great season, and hopefully we're not done yet.
Yeah, hope not. On that note, let's wrap things up from a festive Stan Sheriff Center. We remind you to take your sporting passion to the next level on OCSports.tv and Oceanic Time Warner Cable with OC Sports Enhanced. Be a fan, and thank you for making University of Hawaii sports your passion. For our entire outstanding OC Sports crew, for Lisa, for Ryan, for the coach Chris, I'm Scott. Till next time, we bid you aloha and a good evening from the Stan Sheriff Center in Manoa.